Hello, students. Let's have a short recapitulation of the chapter. What we have learned yet that there is a strong bond of love between a grandmother and her grandson, and how that bond of love is snapped gradually, and at the last, it was snapped rapidly and completely. How that small kid appreciated his grandmother, how much he loved her, and all these things. How a turning point came into their life, how their lives changed after going and settling in a city, and how the grandmother couldn't help her dear and beloved grandson into his studies and in any other things. By the passage of time, she removed herself from her grandson's life and she made her life in a solitary. Let's move further. We had read up to when I went up to university. Next line. I was given a room of my own. This we have learned yesterday that he was now separate from his grandmother. He was given a separate room as he was a grown up. The common link, I start. The common link of friendship was snapped. Snapped when something breaks suddenly or completely is the meaning of snapped. So now their bond of friendship, which was left a bit, was completely finished. My grandmother accepted her seclusion with resignation. Means the author's grandmother accepted her seclusion, the state of being private and away from other people. When someone makes himself in a private state and he seeks himself away from other people, that is the state of seclusion. अपने आप को अकेला कर लेना, सबसे दूर कर लेना. With resignation when someone does any undesirable thing with the acceptance, अपनी खुद की मर्जी से कोई चीज़ छोड़ देना. Now, what the statement says here? The statement says and means that grandmother accepted her separation from the life of a beloved grandson. एकदम बिना किसी चूँ चाँ के या बिना किसी बात के, बिना किसी इल विल के, शी हार्टेडली एक्सेप्टेड दैट सेपरेशन. बहुत अच्छे से उन्होंने उस चीज़ को एक्सेप्ट कर लिया कि ठीक है, अब मेरा ग्रैंडसन मेरे से दूर हो रहा है. तो उनको बहुत ईजिली उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया विदाउट एनी ऑब्जेक्शन, as a mature lady and dignified lady does and behaves. She duly accepted the separation without any ill will. She did not lay her opinion upon the family members and on a grandson. किसी भी अपनी कोई बात नहीं रखी या कहीं यार ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है या लड़के को मुझसे दूर किया जा रहा है, आई शुड बी विद हिम, वाई ही हैज़ मेड इन टू अनदर रूम, वॉट इज़ द नीड ऑफ सेपरेट रूम. कुछ भी नहीं. वट एवर वॉज हैपनिंग इन द हाउस, वट एवर वॉज हैपनिंग एंड वॉज taken by the family members, it was happily accepted by grandmother. Okay. She rarely left her spinning wheel to talk to anyone. She didn't speak to anyone because she was distressed by her heart. But to whom she could tell? कोई था ही नहीं जिससे वो अपनी दिल की बात कहती. तो she rarely means hardly left her spinning wheel. Spinning wheel, the spinning wheel which was spinned by our Gandhi ji. Spinning wheel वो जो चरखा होता है, तो she never left that spinning wheel. वो हमेशा उनको चलाती रहती थी. From sunrise to sunset means for the whole day she sat by her wheel spinning and reciting prayers. Both the things went simultaneously. दोनों चीज़ें एक साथ होती थी. वो स्पिनिंग भी करती जाती थी और अपनी प्रेयर्स को रिसाइट करती रहती थी. Only in the afternoon she relaxed for a while to feed the sparrows. She had a habit to feed the sparrows. So only in the afternoon for half an hour she would feed the sparrows. While she sat in the veranda ब्रेकिंग द ब्रेड इंटू लिटिल बिट्स, ब्रेड चपाती को खूब लिटिल छोटे छोटे पीसेस भी, इसको ब्रेड क्रम्स कहते हैं, तोड़ लेती थी, एंड हंड्रेड्स ऑफ लिटिल बर्ड्स कलेक्टेड राउंड हर, hundreds and hundreds of birds collected around her, creating, now understand this statement, a veritable bedlam of chirrupings. Veritable here means clear, bedlam, the scene which is filled with loudness and disturbance and confusion of chirrupings, means disturbance created by chirrupings. Now, what the statement says? The statement says that when my grandmother would feed the sparrows, there was the noise, the confusion, and chaos caused by them. By them means by their chirrupings. Their chirrupings made such a confusion, so noise, and so chaos that it was hard to talk to each other, or it was hard to bear that sound. So such a chaos was made by their chirpings of the sparrows. Those were scattered and passed on around the author's grandmother, जो कि इधर उधर कहीं ना कहीं grandmother के ऊपर या कहीं उधर उधर बैठी रहती थी. Perched means to take rest, to rest on something. Okay. So while she sat in the veranda breaking the bread into little bits, hundreds of little birds collected round her, creating a veritable bedlam of chirrupings. Means lots of sparrows got collected around her, and they made such a chaos and such a disturbing noise. What to tell? Some came and perched on her legs. Some birds sat on the floor. Some birds, perched means were resting on her legs. Others on her shoulders. जैसे नहीं किसी तरीके से जो birds होती हैं, जो birds भी किसी को बहुत प्यार करती हैं तो वो इधर उधर बैठ जाती हैं, shoulders पे, hands पे, legs पे. So they were resting on grandmother's body parts. She smiled but never shooed them away. She smiled means she was enjoying feeding them and never shooed them away. Shooed here doesn't mean that shoo. Shoo means when you make someone to go away by waving arms at them and saying shoo shoo shoo. नहीं, हम किसी को अपने हाथों से किसी को भगाते हैं and we speak shoo shoo. So she never shooed them away. कभी नहीं भगाया उन्होंने. She always enjoyed their presence. It used to be the happiest half hour of the day for her. मीन्स कभी मेरी दादी ने उनको भगाया नहीं, हमेशा बहुत प्यार किया, और कितनी भी आवाज़ होती थी शी एंजॉयड इट. इट यूज टू बी द हैप्पीएस्ट हाफ आवर of the day for her. When I decided to go abroad for further studies, means now the writer, the author was back from his university studies, and now he was thinking and he decided to go abroad for his further studies. So I was sure my grandmother would be upset. The writer knew it very well that my grandmother would listen it and she would not be happy. ये ऑथर को पता था कि अभी जब मेरी दादी माँ को मेरा ये सब पढ़ना अलग होना नहीं अच्छा लग रहा, तो मैं जब विदेश जाऊँगा, अब्रॉड जाऊँगा, तो हाउ वुड शी रिएक्ट? शी वुड बी अपसेट. I would be away for 5 years, for a long time, and at her age one could never tell. Here one could never tell means कोई बता नहीं सकता, means at her age no one can tell what would happen. जैसे बड़े बुजुर्गों की एज नहीं, जब वो एक टाइम पे होने लग जाती है तो आदमी सोचता है अरे पता नहीं कब क्या हो जाए. सो एट हर एज वन कुड नेवर टेल, बट माई ग्रैंड मदर कुड टेल. Nobody knew and nobody wanted her to be, yes, that pass away. Okay, nobody wanted her to pass away, but yes, my grandmother knew about her lifespan, for how many days she is going to live. She knew it, so she could tell that yes, for this much of days I will be living. शी वॉज नॉट इवन सेंटिमेंटल, सेंटिमेंटल फुल ऑफ इमोशंस, बिल्कुल सेंटिमेंटल नहीं हुई. शी केम टू लीव मी एट द रेलवे स्टेशन बट डिड नॉट टॉक और शो एनी इमोशन. मीन्स वाइल डिपार्चर by bathing me, she didn't show a single sign of emotions or sadness on her face. Her lips moved in prayer. On that moment, she was continuing with her prayers. Her mind was lost in prayer. Her fingers were busy telling the beads of a rosary. जैसे उनकी हैबिट थी, जो उनका हॉबी था, शी वॉज कंटिन्यूसली रीडिंग द beads of a rosary. Silently, she kissed my forehead, and when I left, I cherished the moist imprint as perhaps the last sign of physical contact between us. Silently, she kissed my forehead, as our elders do. And when I left, when I departed, I cherished. Cherish means when you protect or care for something which is very lovingly. The moist, wet, damp जिसको कहते हैं, imprint, impression, as perhaps. तो what the impression is here? That kiss, जो ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स हमारे होते हैं, बड़े होते हैं, when they kiss us, थोड़ा सा उनके किस के, उनके लिप्स का एक डैम्पनेस हमारे बॉडी पार्ट पे छूट जाती है. तो द ऑथर वॉज इंजॉइंग, इवन ही वॉज प्रोटेक्टिंग दैट डैम्पनेस ऑन हिज फोरहेड. और बाकी बच्चे क्या करते हैं, यू पीपल, व्हेन समवन किसेस यू लाइक योर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स एंड मदर्स, यू इंस्टेंटली वाइप ऑफ, तुरंत से उसको साफ कर लेता है, अरे गीला गीला क्या लगा दिया. बट ही वॉज चेरिशिंग इट. He was cherishing that dampness of kiss on his forehead. Okay, as perhaps the last sign of physical contact between us, because he thought that might this was the last physical contact between them. उसको लगा कि शायद ही हम आखिरी बार दादी ने मुझे प्यार करा है, शायद इसके बाद जब मैं वापस जाऊँ तो आई कुड नॉट फाइंड हर. So thinking that this was the last sign of physical contact between us, not only thinking that this was the real last physical contact between them, but that was not so. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं हुआ, ऐसा नहीं हुआ मीन्स लास्ट फिजिकल कॉन्टैक्ट की बात करें तो इट वॉज नॉट. After 5 years, I came back home and was met by her at the station. After 5 years, I came back home and my grandmother greeted me at the station. She did not look a day older. Again, he feels that the grandmother has not grown older for a pinch. एक इंच भी वो आगे बूढ़ी नहीं हुई है. She is as she was. She still had no time for words. Means again she didn't speak a single word. Neither of the words came out from her mouth. She was again with her prayers. And while she clasped me in her arms, clasping means to grip someone or to hold something tightly. So grandmother held me tightly in her arms. She hugged me. I could hear her reciting her prayers, and then also she was reciting her prayers. So again, that kiss was not the last connection or the touch between them. This is the last body connection with them. What? That hug. Okay, she hugged me in her arms and I could hear her reciting her prayers. Even on the first day of my arrival, when I arrived on the very first day, her happiest moments, means on that day when I arrived, she didn't bother to any other things. She was again busy with her sparrows, whom she fed longer. Fed longer means earlier she was feeding for half an hour, now she has stretched that time and now she fed longer. अब काफ़ी देर तक feed कराती थी sparrows को. And with frivolous, when someone is not serious, is carefree, it's called frivolous. and rebukes when someone scolds with light hearted, नहीं छोटी छोटी डांट लगाना ऐसे ही मजाक में या वैसे, जो आदमी बहुत सीरियस नहीं है, when someone is not scolding you seriously, he or she scolds you light heartedly, बहुत नहीं अंदर दिल में मजाक भरा हुआ है और ऊपर बातों में थोड़ी सी करवाहट है, दैट इज कॉल्ड लाइट हार्टेड स्कोल्डिंग्स विच इज रिब्यूक्स। तो अब उन स्पैरोज से वो बात करती थी, ऐसा लगता था दैट शी हैड नो केयर, शी वॉज नॉट अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल पर्सन, शी वॉज नॉट सीरियस, शी वॉज केयर फ्री, substantial carefree, and she talked to those poor sparrows. She light-heartedly scolded them in vain. मीन्स वो खुश नहीं थी यहाँ पे। केफ्री होने का मतलब ये नहीं है दैट शी वॉज हैप्पी और शी डिडंट हैज़ एनी सोरो इन हर माइंड, इन हर सोल। येस, शी वॉज सैड। तो आदमी नहीं जब अपना टाइम पास करता है किसी अगले एनिमल से बात करता है और उससे अपने दिल की बातें कहता है, इसलिए कि ह्यूमन बींग्स विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड देम एंड दे विल नॉट रिएक्ट एज वी वॉन्ट। So she used her much time with the speaking and chatting with those sparrows. In the evening, a change came over her. What? She did not pray. In the evening, there was a change into her. She did not pray. She collected the women of the neighborhood and got an old drum, which is beaten on the auspicious occasions, on marriages, on functions, ढोल जिसको हम कहते हैं ढोलक, and started to sing. For several hours she thumped to hit something, with fist or palm, with heavy fist. Okay, so she started thumping. She was beating the drum with heavy fist and palms. To which thumped the sagging, the sinking skin. When something bulges downwards with pressure और इन द लैक ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ इज कॉल्ड सैगिंग। कोई चीज़ जिसकी स्किन बहुत ढीली हो जाती है और फिर प्रेशर की वजह से वो नीचे की तरफ लटक जाती है, जैसे स्किन किसी की हो गई ढीली हो गई या कोई चादर है बहुत, उसको लूज आप कर दो तो इट विल सिंक डाउनवर्ड्स विद द लैक ऑफ प्रेशर, सॉरी इन द लैक ऑफ वेट। सो इट हैपेंड, शी थम्ड द सैगिंग, it is sagging, one sentence is lagging, let me check into the book, wait. Skins of the dilapidated drum. Okay, sagging, the sinking skin of the dilapidated. The dilapidated means which is ruined or which is spoiled, which demands for repairing due to एज और निगलेक्ट। कोई ऐसी चीज़ जो ख़राब हो गई हो, जिसको रिपेयरिंग मांग रहा है, तो ऐसा ड्रम उनको मिला था जो बहुत ख़राब सा हो गया था। उसके साइड में जहाँ पे थम्पिंग करते हैं वो स्किन बहुत लूज थी और ड्रम भी बहुत पुराना था। तो ऐसे ड्रम को शी वॉज बीटिंग एंड थम्पिंग एंड सैंग ऑफ द होम कमिंग ऑफ वॉरियर्स। जब नहीं पहले ज़माने में योद्धा वगैरह जब अपनी फ़ाइट को और अपने बैटल को विन करके कॉन्कर करके वापस आते थे, तो वुमेन जो होती थी दे वुड सिंग होम कमिंग सॉन्ग्स ऑफ वॉरियर्स। होम कमिंग सॉन्ग्स, उनके घर आने वाले जो गाने होते थे वो वॉरियर्स के वेलकम में गाए जाते थे। सो शी स्टार्टेड सिंगिंग लाउडली एंड शी स्टार्टेड थम्पिंग दैट डिलैपिडेटेड ड्रम। वो वैसे से पहले से जर्जर हो रखा था ड्रम, उसको खूब ज़ोर ज़ोर से वो बजा रही थी। पता नहीं उनको उस दिन शाम में क्या हो गया था, वो बहुत ज़्यादा नाराज़ थी या बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान थी या फिर उनके मन में जो दुख था वो उसको बोल नहीं पा रही थी, एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पा रही थी। जैसे नहीं कहते व्हेन समवन लव्स समवन एंड he could not express his pain to the other person, if he keeps all those things in his heart, it bursts someday, किसी ना किसी दिन वो चीज़ें फूटती हैं और वो एक वोल्केनो के रूप में बर्स्ट हो जाती है। तो इसी तरीके से कुछ ग्रैंड मदर के साथ भी हुआ। उस दिन वो इतना ज़्यादा खुश थी या उतना ज़्यादा शी वॉज ट्राइंग टू आउटब्रेक that she was thumping the dilapidated drum much and hard. That is this. Thank you.